Howdy folks, and welcome back to Hazbin Hotel. Today we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 5, Dad Beat Dad. And the one thing I do know about this one is that we are finally going to meet Lucifer, the big man himself, Charlie's dad, and oh, I'm excited. I have very high hopes, given the caliber of the voice that we're going to get. I don't think I've ever heard Jeremy Jordan sing, but my wife likes him a lot. A couple of reactors I watch like him a lot, so I'm super excited. And just how important Lucifer is. One of my predictions going into this was that Lucifer is going to have the biggest #1 banger of a song of the whole series, and so we're going to be, keeping our ears open for that. I don't know how many episodes he's actually going to be in, but I do know that he is kind of listed as a guest voice, so I would assume not too many, if not just this one, maybe like one other. We are in the back half of the season now, so I don't know. I think if he was to be in the rest going forward, he wouldn't be just considered a featured voice. I don't know. I'm going to wait to see what the show has in store for me. But speaking of predictions, now that we are halfway done with the first season, I wanted to check back in with my 5 bingo suggestions to kind of see how we're doing here. And they were any Hell of a Boss reference, which I think, given some of the comments I read on after the first episode came out, the Hell of a Post in the first episode did indeed count. So we're going to consider that one a check mark for me. The next one I put was Sinner flashbacks, and while we did get a flashback for Husk in the last episode, and technically kind of also with Angel finding out that his name was Anthony when he was still alive, I don't know if that necessarily counts. I think when I was making this list up, I kind of meant for it to be sinners when they were still alive, kind of flashbacks to that kind of stuff. So Husk, being an overlord, and kind of a little bit more of his history, I don't know if that actually counts. So I don't know. I'll leave that one to you. If you want to give that one to me, just let me know in the comments, and I will take another step towards bingo. But as of right now, kind of in my own mind, I don't really think I consider that one a W for me yet. I mentioned about the Lucifer having the best song in the whole series, so like I said, we're going to be listening for that. I think he might get multiple songs, but I'm not sure. We're gonna hear what he does here in this episode and kind of go from there. But also, speaking of Lucifer, one of the points I had was that either Lucifer or Lilith is going to be a terrible parent, like almost a top 3 bad parent, given all the stuff that we've seen in Hell of a Boss on that side of things. I kind of figured some of that bad parent energy was going to carry over to this series. So we'll see how Lucifer is here. We still don't know anything about Lilith, so hey, I got 2 chances basically. Lucifer could be a really cool guy in this one, and then I'd really be banking on Lilith to be a huge piece of shit, right? And then finally, the last one, and seemingly the least likely one at this point, Alastor will frown in a moment of weakness. We've kind of seen his parallel in Vox back in episode 2, who puts up the big smile as he's talking to everyone in the crowd. Trust us. But as soon as one little thing goes wrong, that all fades and he drops the facade and he's like, oh, fuck. And just kind of lets the frown show and everything. He's not the strongest of willed people, especially compared to Alastor. So I don't know. Alastor frowning isn't seeming too likely here, but hey, you can still get bingo with a free space. So if I get 4 of these 5, I'll be very happy. And 80 is a B, and that's more than passing, right? So hey, I've talked long enough. I'm super excited to see this, and I'm not gonna do a character voice in this one. I've had a lot of fun doing my character voices for the kind of channel plugs, but I have something else in mind that I want to try. If you'll indulge me for a second, because us content creators have to put ourselves out there and kind of let we have to give this whole spiel. We have to do the call for action, all the kind of stuff. We feel a deep desire to do this, and there's only one really reason why. Why is that? Because I'm a YouTuber, baby, so thank you all for watching. Don't forget to click that like button, comment and subscribe. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, baby. If you wanna get these early, you can become a channel member or join the Patreon. I hope that didn't suck. I hope that didn't suck too horribly. I really hope that doesn't get copyright struck. I'm gonna be pissed if it does. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. That was something I was, ever since I saw Loser Baby, I was like, oh yeah, that's the good one. That's the one. If I'm gonna do any kind of a karaoke or sing ads at you, it's gonna be to this one. I love Loser Baby. It's so good. So I should probably listen back to that before I move on to see if that actually turned out. But whatever, fuck it. We're gonna move on ahead. So I'm gonna scooch over into position and hey, consider doing all those things I just sung about. That hopefully that clip was short enough that it you know, and the fact that there was no Keith David vocals, hopefully that gets through. And also, hey, before we get started, hey, like I said, thank you for watching. But we don't have tea for this one. This is the rare tea-less reaction. Instead, you know, I'm taking Husk up on his offer, and I have, you know, gotten a drink from the old bar. Thanks, Husk. This is specifically Galveston Island Tiki Wheat. It's just a wheat beer, and it's yummy. So, cheers. Let's watch some Hazbin. And let's get started with Hazbin Hotel, Season 1, Episode 5, Dad Beat Dad. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. More sleepy time Vaggie.
I'm just not quite understanding why it's working.
Fuck Mondays, yo. Husk with another good mug.
Trust falls every single morning. We can do
Why are characters' mugs in cartoon shows always so good?
You good?
Nope. No, not really.
Also very much not.
All night trying to figure out why the hotel
Ooh.
isn't working.
You know, when she...
Trust falls. We've tried sharing our feelings.
I was just gonna say, with her eyes turning red there, you know, you see, you know, when she goes full demon mode, her eyes kind of turn more red. But this is not the kind of red that we're looking for, Charlie. You need some sleep. I can't really. I do like the actual spider picture. I'm trying to see if there's anything cool here, but I think the actual angel spider is going to be the best thing here.
Months left before the angels come. And at this rate,
Maybe it's time.
That was
no,
to ask
a little
don't
demony.
say it.
your dad.
Oh, I mean, we
Charlie,
kind of knew
we
this was
don't
coming,
want
right?
to, but we need every
But to ask for help?
evidence
He let the extermination happen to begin with. They just had a meeting and said, "Go ahead and kill everyone."
Yeah, I'm sure there were some kind of terms for that, right?
we get. Kill everyone?
He could get
Yes,
a
actually.
meeting with heaven.
Didn't we already try that?
Yeah, that didn't go
Yeah,
well.
with Adam, he was an asshole.
Yes, he was.
Could go to the top. There's sure to be some angels who will listen.
God.
What's the holdup? You got daddy issues?
No.
I do.
he just
I do like
never
that she has all the egg boys saved
After
separately in her
he and Mom
phone.
split, he-
Almost.
Ooh.
there. Now, presenting the magic-tastical back-flipping rubber duck.
Aw.
That's been
Why was
mine.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. He sounds a little similar to Vox a little bit, just in kind of his demeanor.
Daughter calling. Oh, hello.
Also, I love that he has this. What is it? The Send in the Gladiators that kind of got co-opted for clown music, because I do know that Viv kind of at one point had mentioned the kind of the heads of all the different rings of hell to be kind of like a circus, with Lucifer being the ringmaster. I think. Shit. Now everything is. Mammon's like a clown or like a jester, kind of, right? Asmodeus. I think Satan is supposed to be kind of like a strongman kind of thing. They all have their kind of circusy kind of roles, but he's kind of the big ringleader of it all. So I guess it's really fitting that he has the kind of circus music for this. I wonder if we're gonna get any mention of Lulu World. I would consider that to be another hell of a boss reference. They did bring it up.
Oh, this is the first time she's called you in years. This has to be perfect.
Hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch.
Hey.
I'm actually running a hotel to rehabilitate sinners. Maybe you saw our commercial.
Oh, sadly,
Yes, maybe you saw the commercial.
You know, I haven't been watching much TV lately.
Kind of a big ask.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, his mug game is
My
weak
power
though.
Just for the asking, you just name it.
I need to speak to heaven.
Oh, no. No, Charlie, no. That's
His energy is so
Look, Dad. I don't
strange.
ask you for much. I know it's the most important thing I've ever done, and
Also,
I
like, just
need you.
all right. Hold on. I know I'm pausing a lot already, but just like the fact that all the other big sins that we've met have had big, extravagant introductions, right? When we first met Asmodeus, he came out singing. He came out coming after my boy Moxie with maybe the best song of Hell of a Boss, House of Asmodeus. When we met Beelzebub over in Gluttony, she was also singing at us with a big musical number. When we met Mammon, he was on stage like with fireworks and pyrotechnics going off, not singing, but just a big show. When we met Lucifer, he's playing with a little rubber ducky over here. The shit's fire, or spits fire, not shit's fire. What the fuck? Yeah, really interesting that we're getting such a small, and I know I've seen the pictures. I know he's a little guy, but he is like, I know that in Hell of a Boss, Crimson called Ozzy the weakest of the sins, right? The least threatening of the sins. But like, hey, like I know they said that Lucifer kind of hasn't been himself since the whole everything happened, but like, man, it shows. He's just kind of like a little nervous, anxiety riddled guy, and it's just really weird to see. Very strange energy coming from this one. I don't know how I feel, to be honest, yet. I mean, we'll let them cook, we'll let them do their thing, but like, it's just bizarre to me.
And Heaven is bound to agree if I get the chance to talk to them. Please,
I do like that little girl, tiny little picture of Charlie on the wall.
Inviting me over?
Also,
Absolutely.
who was that at the top that has the gothic comb over? Did Charlie go through a goth phase?
Take that, depression.
Well,
Oh, he is depressed. Oh no.
he gets here.
Oh, it's so good to see
Oh, he really is tiny, isn't he? Oh, look at Alastor.
Good to see you too.
I like the kind of circus. What is that? A calliope? Kind of that little circus organ.
Whoa, Kiki.
Also,
Dazzle.
is Kiki Lilith?
Oh, look how much you have grown.
I don't know if this is a theory or anything, but is Kiki Lilith? Because I don't know. It's like one of those things, like there was hints in the first scene when Charlie's holding the key and she says, "I'll make you proud, Mom." She was basically like talking to the key. And the fact that we really don't know. I know that Viv tweeted one time a long time ago saying that Kiki was super, super important and nobody really realizes it yet. Is Kiki Lilith somehow? Is this a random called shot? It could be nothing. I could be just talking complete shit, but it's a question that I have, just because like if this cat's supposed to be important, and it's just kind of the fact that Kiki just walked up to Lucifer and just kind of like, we've never seen Kiki really interact with anybody else in the hotel yet. Here she comes straight up to Lucifer and kind of like rubs up against his legs as if to say, "Hello, old friend, old ex-husband." They did say that they split, so I don't know how good of terms they'd be on, but I don't know. A cat does not make for a good mom. It's on my list.
Some of the renovations we had done adds a bit of color, don't you think?
And you are?
Alastor, pleasure to be meeting.
He's like, "Stop doing that."
Quite a pleasure. It's nice to finally.
He's also got a good like 2
face to the
feet on
name.
him.
You are much shorter in real life.
Yes, he is.
You might have heard of me from my radio broadcast.
Yeah, who's a what now?
I guess that's why Charlie called it the Hazbin Hotel.
Ha ha ha.
Actually, I call that. Also, I just realized it says
Well, it's not very
welcome, Daddy.
Oh, fuck you.
Whoa, shit.
Dad, look at this.
Was that the first time we've heard Alastor cuss?
I am happy to fulfill her bizarre requests.
Charlie's Bizarre Adventure.
Alistair?
Oh.
Quite an impressive young lady.
Aren't there a lot of people that ship Alastor and Charlie?
To your other friend.
People who are legitimately very incorrect.
This is Vaggie. She's my girlfriend.
Oh my golly, you like girls. So do I. We have so much in common.
And this
He's
is
so
Serpentis and
awkward.
Angel Dust, our guests.
Your Majesty.
Angel Dust is like, "I like guys."
All right then.
Ooh.
Looks like you could use some help.
Yo, straight into it?
Boss of hell himself. Who needs a busboy now that you got the chef?
Ooh. Take that, Alastor. Dang.
Champagne fountains, caviar mountains, that's just a start.
Lululand, something Lululand. Ugly children holding hands. It sounds like the Lululand jingle from Helava. I have to go back and actually listen to it, but it actually sounds like, I know it's supposed to be kind of circus carnival kind of music with that kind of bounce to it, but like that's, as soon as it started, I was just like, Lululand. Like my fizz is horrible. But it looks like Alastor's about to start kicking in here. So let's Let's see if this changes up when Alastor starts singing or not, shall we?
Been here since day one. Who's been faithful as a nun? Your guy, your day to day, your chum, your...
I do like that we get some of the same color scheme kind of thing from the pilot when he sang the inside of every demon is a lost cause.
I care for you just like a daughter I spawned.
Oh, dang.
It's a little funny. You could almost call me Dad.
Oh, the fiddle? Devil Went Down to Georgia. Yo, I kind of love this. I can't stop bopping to this one.
Don't be your blood.
Ooh.
Sadly, there are times a birth parent is a dark face.
Faster. Faster. Faster.
You're attacking me.
It's me. Yes, it's me.
Oh!
I know you were waiting for me.
There she is. What the fuck? I forgot about Mimsy.
Who?
Right? Exactly.
Why is everybody gawking? Is it because I'm adorable?
You are adorable, Mimsy.
Alice.
Oh, it's one of Alastor's friends.
Dollface, so good to see you.
I love Sarah Styles.
Everyone is welcome here.
Oh, how nice. So you two know each other? Oh, yeah, we go way back. Ran in the same circles when we were alive.
Oh.
He's the only one I knew who could pound whiskey like a sailor, then keep up with me on the dance floor.
Ooh. Does that count as a Sinner flashback?
Oh, you should have seen her in her heyday.
Hey, watch it, tall, dark, and creepy. I'm still in my prime.
Amazon Prime, that is. Watch Hazbin Hotel now, streaming all 8 episodes.
Charlie and I have a tour to continue.
I'm still so confused as to why she's here, though.
Nonsense! We started the hotel together.
Ooh,
and
poor
we'll
Charlie.
Show it off together.
My, is that Husker? Allison still has you slinging hooch from, I see. Hey, Nifty, what you been up to, girlie?
Okay, so she knows Nifty, too.
Friends?
Well, that's your word, not mine, but I think it fits.
He's been here a while and is still a big creepy mystery. What's his deal?
Are we finally going to learn more
You
about him?
probably heard an overlord start gone missing. And not small ones neither. We're talking heavy hitters.
I like that we
No
kind of
one
get
what
this
happened to him until
story
the
again.
strange broadcast started going out.
Also, that sounds like the exact same music from the pilot for this.
Screams.
From when they were
Every time
telling the
people
story of
would listen,
Alastor.
There'd be a new voice screaming in the broadcast. And anyone
And that also
who
looks a lot like it.
listened
That same kind of
Well,
pose with his hands out and his
let's just
antlers and
say
everything.
That's the story most people know. But underneath it all,
He's a sweetie.
he's a total sweetie.
Yo! Yes! Okay, hold on. That was perfect. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Oracle moment in Hazbin. Let's go. God. Yeah, I loved kind of the... And it's interesting because knowing that the pilot is canon, I wonder if that was just kind of thrown in there for the people who don't know that the pilot exists and kind of are just coming to this straight to Amazon Prime, like, you know, finished watching Reacher. Hey, what's this? I've never heard of this. Ooh, I like this. So to kind of give them the backstory, it was very similar, but kind of interesting that they would go into so much detail because it was almost word for word what we got from the pilot, right? When Vaggie told, he came out of nowhere, started toppling overlords. But I love that they kind of added in like an urban legend kind of thing to it. Like not necessarily a cryptid kind of thing, but the, you know, legend says that if you listen to his radio broadcast, you'll hear a voice screaming out in pain. Ooh, kind of thing. And I love that they kind of added that like extra local level of mystique because I kind of love like hearing about like cursed places or haunted places. Like near me there was this house that was on this one street corner that was always for sale. I never saw any people go in or out of it, and it was always like that's a haunted house if I've ever seen one. So it's kind of like me and all my friends in the neighborhood knew like, hey, whatever's up with that house, there's definitely ghosts that live there. So I kind of love the fact that there's now like there's like an urban legend kind of thing about Alastor as well. But I'm kind of wondering if we're going to get actual, like, am I going to fulfill my thing for the Sinner flashbacks here? Are we going to get to see, you know, I really want to see some of these people, like what it's kind of like you watch Hell of a Boss and you're kind of like, ooh, I can't wait to see what Blitz is going to look like in a human disguise, or Moxie and Millie, what they're going to look like. Cause we've only seen like Luna and Stolas at this point with human disguises, but it's kind of like, ooh, what are they going to look like? And so I kind of want to see that, but for the Sinners, right? I want to see what they looked like when they were alive. I want like, you know, you can do flashbacks that are relevant to what's happening here, like, you know, where they fucked up in life or whatever, where they can better themselves here. It's kind of, you know, the theme of the show. And so, you know, we might not get that, but at least we can get people that Alastor knew when he was actually alive. And that's maybe the closest we're going to get. I don't know.
What is it?
Ooh, I love that. I was head turned around first.
That bitch is trouble. And who knows what kind of demon she fucked with to come running to you this time.
Who in their right mind would cross me?
You may own my soul, but I ain't your fucking pet.
Dang.
But you are.
Dang.
Talk for someone who's also on a leash.
Oh?
What did you say?
Ooh, what the fuck?
If you ever say that again, I will tear your soul apart and broadcast your screams for every other disrespectful wretch who dares to question me.
Holy shit.
Lovely.
I thought we were going to get the Alastor frown for a second. Damn, he's shaking. Also, what I was going to say is that it's only Alastor and now Mimsy, I guess, who have only ever called Husker. Was Husker his overlord name, and now that he's not an overlord, he's just a husk of his former self?
Just go right over the edge. Whoopee. Bye-bye.
What? No, the plan, Dad. What do you think about using the hotel to help sinners?
I think it sucks.
But these sinners, you know, they're just the worst.
Also, I love that, you know, Charlie has, like, her little hair swoopy has got the red on the underside of it, just like his hat. I noticed that design choice.
Our people, Charlie, are awful. I just don't want you to put yourself on the line for people.
Wow, that's interesting that
Well, like that.
that he feels this way.
We know you're in there, you
Oh no.
I may be in trouble with some loan sharks. I may or may not have borrowed 50 grand from me.
50 grand?
And I may have stolen a car and crashed it into the loan shark's girlfriend, but that bitch had it coming.
She had it coming. She had it coming. She only has herself to blame.
Violence and chaos to your doorstep.
Did I just hear? Hold on. Did I just hear the jar breaking sound effect? Hold on.
Violence and chaos to your
Yes, I did. It's so good. I love that terrible ass stock sound effect.
All of you get a
That was
safe
close.
distance. I'll take care of this.
Now, my dear, leave it to me. It's time I remind everyone why I am here.
Ugh,
Oh.
Finally. Took you long enough.
Was that her saying that or the audience saying that?
To mess with the radio demon.
Lucifer just like shits his pants like, holy fuck.
You see what I tell you, Charlie?
Well, Alastor's a special case.
Hell bent on causing as much pain and destruction as they can. There's really no point in trying.
Dad, stop. He's defending this hotel. It may be
I mean-
a bit more sadistic than I'd hoped, but he's doing it for
I thought he was just gonna wave at Charlie.
You can have faith. Bravo, as always. Thanks for helping little old me out of a tough spot. You're always such a pal.
Not for free?
For
Are we just gonna
ya.
pan up and he's
I
just
think
gonna
you
be...
should go, Mimsy. Now.
Oh, Allison, you don't actually give a shit about this tacky place, do ya?
No, but also...
You are welcome if you actually want to give redemption a shot. But I think we both know that's not really your style.
Wow.
So you need to leave.
You don't understand. Heaven never listens. They didn't listen to me. They won't listen to you.
That gave him a multi-thousand-year complex, huh?
My dreams were too hard to defend.
Now his singing voice, though.
You're the only thing worth fighting for. More than anything.
Yeah, this is... I have thoughts already.
Shelter and adore you more.
Those high notes, though. Aw. Also, look at her little dress with the music notes on the bottom. Also, I love the... Ooh, Lilith? Ooh, her face is... Her face was, like, grayed out. That's never a good sign in flashbacks.
I need to save my people more than anything.
God, those high notes.
I've been dying to find out who you are.
Now here's where they start building to the key change, right? Key change in 3, 2, 1. There it is. Also, that shot of Lucifer with the wings out, incredible. I'd seen it before, but it's still so good looking.
Hey, I can get you the meeting, but once you're in heaven, I won't be able to go with you.
Spoilers, Adam is still just a hologram when she gets to heaven.
You ready?
I'm ready. Because you'll be with me.
In spirit, right?
In heaven.
Yay.
Oh boy. Okay, so this is, wow. Okay, so this is like the first time that we actually, oh, the credits just autoplayed the next one. Okay, I'm not ready for Welcome to Heaven, the name of the next episode. That's like the first time in this whole show that we have like an actual like continuation that's going to happen like from one episode straight to the next, considering that they, you know, do go to heaven in the next one in the episode titled Welcome to Heaven, right? It, you know, honestly feels like, you know, maybe the first half of the series was like set up trying to get you to know the characters. This really felt like a lot of new things were kicking off. We saw Alastor like kind of kick ass for the first time. Charlie's getting the meeting with Heaven, you know, like they said, similar to what she had in episode 1, but this time like actually meeting with somebody higher up than Adam, seemingly. So that's interesting. The song, I want to talk about the song. I did not catch the name. More Than Anything, I think. I mentioned last time with Loser Baby that that's not like what you think of when you think of like a Broadway number, as I was saying, right? That the what's the words for it? Just like the way the songs are presented. Like when you think of like typical Broadway musical numbers, you don't really think of things presented in the way a lot of the songs have been, right? Like the Hell is Forever, like yes, Happy Day in Hell is kind of similar to like Belle from Beauty and the Beast a little bit, kind of like that intro, like here's the world, here's everything, here's what I want to do, here's what I'm gonna do kind of thing. It's like an I want mixed with an I am song kind of, but also like here's the world. Then like Hell is Forever with also Stayed Gone, the I guess just in style, the one, shoot, I can't think of it. From episode 3, Respectless. These songs are not what you typically expect from like a Broadway musical, but this song from Jeremy Jordan and Erica Henningsen, Lucifer and Charlie here, that is like your kind of classical, big Broadway style sounding number. So in terms of that, the performances were probably the best performances that we've gotten in the show so far. Just the cleanness of Jeremy Jordan's vocals were insane. Like when he went up in his high register and hit those high notes, it was great. Then hearing Charlie get to sing as well, get the verse, and then, you know, them together on the last chorus, it was structured very much like a classic show tune kind of thing, right? And like I said, I think the performances themselves are the best we've heard in the series so far, just in terms of the writing and the performance and I don't necessarily want to say the vocal quality, because I think back to the song that Carmilla and Vaggie sang also in episode 3, and that was also kind of a big time musical kind of number, but just something about this one felt more like kind of classic to me, and I see kind of now why they gave this song, like waited to pull out a song like this until 5 episodes in, and it was really, really good. Was it the biggest banger of the series? I don't think so. Just in the grand scheme of things, I think I would rather listen to Loser Baby or Stayed Gone or one of the more fun ones. It wasn't a really fun song. It was a very good, very well written song that, you know, musical theater fans would enjoy, right? And say like, ooh, that was damn good. But in terms of like enjoyment and like kind of like songs being a banger and what I want to listen to on my drive to work or something, you know, it's going to be something a little more on the fun side, like Loser Baby or whatever. It's weird because when I made up the bingo card kind of list, a song like this is what I wanted from Lucifer. But now that I got it, it's kind of like, yeah, it was good. And I feel like I should be gushing about it more because of how good it was. And like I said, I think it's the best performance that we've had so far. But it's like, it's not my favorite. It's probably not even in my top 3 so far, just in terms of what I enjoy in music, right? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. Overall, this was like, I don't know, the energy was just kind of weird in the first half to me. Like Lucifer trying to do the most and whatever. Kind of the fact that there was a several minute long segment where we kind of just got Mimsy telling stuff that we saw in the pilot. Once again, I know that's probably for the benefit of the people who haven't seen the pilot, but still, I don't think this was as good as the last one, I will say. I'm trying to kind of make the tier list in my head as we go, and I'm sure, I know this is some people's like favorite episode. I know there's someone in my Discord, you know who you are, who's been waiting for me to get to this one in particular because they very, very much enjoy this episode. But I don't know. I'm trying to place it in my head. It's just the vibes were weird. We had like weird like kind of tonal shifts, and like Lucifer was like just kind of, I don't want to say off-putting, but a little off-putting when he first showed up, and he was kind of in his full depression mode. And we did see, he said like, "Take that, depression," and made that comment about jumping off of the balcony, like, oh, we're so high up, you could just fall right off or something like that. I get it. Like, dude, he's been going through it for thousands of years. We got his dilemma. They had, once again, just kind of like Alastor said in the pilot, they've had their chance. This is what they deserve. This is the punishment for what they did with the free will that I gave them, basically. And Charlie wants to look forward and wants to get people, she wants to fix the problem so that none of them die or fewer of them die during the extermination. She wants to fix things, and Lucifer says like, well, this is the status quo. This is the way things have been. The old generation and the new generation, right? You get a lot of that in the real world too. So it's interesting. I'm really curious to see if Lucifer's going to show up again. I think he does, just because all the reactors I know have already put out all their reactions. I hope this strategy of putting these out one a week is working, because at this point I'm probably the only person still putting out Hazbin content. So everyone's going to have to funnel into me, I hope. So go back and watch my older ones that, people were on episodes 5 and 6 when I was putting out episode 2. So go back and watch those if you haven't. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. The music was good. I think honestly, like, I'd have to listen to the first song again, but just like, it was more peppy. It was upbeat. It was like kind of carnival core. I kind of like that. I don't know if that's cringe to enjoy like weird, like kind of clown carnival music, but I kind of liked it. In a weird way. It also made me think of Lululemon, like I said. But I kind of loved like the kind of pissing contest that Lucifer and Alastor found themselves in this episode. Alastor, I need to talk about Alastor for a second. He was incredible in this one. This was probably the best Alastor episode that we've seen. That scene with him and Husk. If you say that shit to me one more time, I forgot what exactly he threatened him with, but holy shit, to make Husk like leave him like a quivering mess on the ground, that's insane. And we know that Husk and him have a really long history too, so yikes. It's probably also the closest we've got to Sinner flashbacks, kind of learning a little more about him. But honestly, now at this point, knowing what we know about Mimsy, how much of that was just kind of flattery to kind of warm up to him. Hey, there's gonna be people coming here. I love that when it came down to it, he was like, leave. You brought danger here. You came here for the wrong reasons. Fuck off, basically. I kind of love that even though Alastor is like probably gonna be a huge problem down the line, that he's still, at least on the surface and with all of his actions and everything he does, protecting the hotel and keeping up his end of the bargain with no real, like Charlie said in the pilot, tricks or voodoo strings attached. Like he's going for it, and I kind of love that. It's super, super interesting to me, but not as interesting as Charlie going to heaven in the next one, and Vaggie apparently. So excited to see all that. So I think I'm finally out of things to say about episode 5. What did you think of this episode? I've talked for much too long. Let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think of the big reveal of Lucifer? Did he have weird energy to you as well when you watched this? I don't know. Let me know. Anything you want to tell me in the comments. Also, don't forget to like I said, sing it in the intro. Click the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you next week with some more Hazbin Hotel with episode 6. Welcome to Heaven. Looking forward to that one. But hey, until then, I'll catch you later. See ya.